I'm going to stop with her. Let her clear the frame, and then Jess and Nathan could walk in, and then they could have this little.
And stop and have that.
Yeah, exactly.
Really
and so I stay.
We just need to change.
So I'm looking this way.
Yeah, that's fine.
You'd stop talking about that.
In terms of talking about Dan and
You wouldn't just as a smoky.
Your positioning is perfect in this.
And then are we going to get any more close?
No, this is we're just doing it as a 3.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So Paintball Massacre is a horror with elements of dark comedy. And the synopsis, it's based around a school reunion. We've all been kind of brought together to this pub, maybe kind of 14 years on from school. And Jess isn't supposed to be there. It's her fiancé Simon that was invited. She turns up just because she thought, well, she went to school with them, let's just go and say hello. Simon never turns up, so she ends up taking his place. And all throughout the film, she reminds everyone that she's not supposed to be here. And then slowly people start dying.
We're going down behind the barrel.
So basically we've got the classmates of Mass Acre Prep School on their paintball reunion. And these guys, they're on the first game against top ballers. And basically Dan's character, Brendan Carr's character Dan, is basically planning them into different teams.
So here's the plan. Alpha team, you're going to lead the charge straight down the middle. Basically, you're like cannon fodder. Take cover where you can. Bravo team, you're going to split off into Gamma and Delta team.
Wait, is that 3 teams or 4?
I suppose you'd call it a Brit horror flick. It's kind of genre I love, and I think what we do so well is to inject some sort of black humour, and I will say black humour into this, because although it's pretty scary and lethal and gory and bloody, you know, we do, or the wonderful writer has in any way, put in some wonderful lines that just undercut the horror of the piece, and you can raise a smile and maybe even a laugh, which I think's great. When a game is over, we come back here, we do a roll call, make sure we haven't lost any of you out there.
Question?
First game is a death match. Please take your guns.
My character runs the paintball centre, where the Paintball Massacre, I hope I'm not giving away too much by saying that, the title of the film, or at least that's the title of the film at the moment, happens. So that's what I do. I'm quite officious, bit ex-military, quite butch, quite impatient with any time wasters or anyone I think is getting a little bit above themselves. And so, yeah, I just want to run a tight ship and everyone to obey the rules.
Right, health and safety time.
Guys, shut the fuck up! This is serious shit.
Those paintballs travel at over 200 miles per hour, okay? If you were to take a shot in the eye, it would result in instant blindness. The shock alone could kill you.
It's a really fun role. It's very similar to a part that I used to play in my sketch show years ago that I wrote called Captain Rosie, which was a character I was always very affectionate about. And so whenever I get an opportunity to play a part that's similar to Captain Rosie, I always love doing it because it's really fun and I love her. The other thing I love about this is that horror and these sorts of films I haven't really done before, so there's a lot of blood and guts and gore around, so I'm really enjoying that because that's quite a new experience for me. So I think that I have some fairly disgusting scenes ahead to film this afternoon, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, can I have a little wet wipe actually, just for now, because I'm going to get my hands really minging in a minute anyway. So.
We're going to see this wall.
Bits of it, yeah.
Darren, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? It's like nice and a bit juicy now.
Yeah,
and then we can add some blood extra, but I've just made them a bit juicy.
DB, what's your...
I'm leaving that there, I'm going to put the lid on.
How are you going to tackle this?
Right, we're going to have that is serious. I need everybody out now except
The team that I have here is they're on another level. I mean, these guys, we're working with a lot of constraints, especially financially, budget wise. Our budget is not high, but one of the goals that we said, one of the things we said we were going to do is we were going to take a film of X amount and make it look like X amount. I've seen some of the rushes, I've seen some of the footage. What our director Darren has done with our DOP Ola is just amazing.
This is part of a trilogy, so potentially we could be looking at a sequel quite sooner
than later. So hopefully you guys will be seeing it quite early on 2019, which would be fantastic for horror fans, comedy fans and British filmmakers.